Somebody said, describe your job. I would say, first of all, I have the best job in the world. It would be my hobby if it wasn't my job. So I always feel incredibly lucky that way. So I'm a research scientist. So I conduct research that's of importance to conservation of seabirds along the coast here.
Along the way, we learned that research isn't always as complicated as it seems. It doesn't always involve white lab coats and beakers. Often, it's just about asking the right questions.
So what are they eating? How does their timing of breeding vary from one year to the next? What are the implications of changes in the timing of breeding?
The answers to these questions are often discovered through the long-term observation and analysis of natural changes. The natural world provides all sorts of variables, and an important aspect of research is determining cause and effect of those variables.
But the birds are very closely tied to the timing of their prey, so they feed on zooplankton. And the time of the year where zooplankton are available to the birds up near the surface of the ocean is very strongly determined by the temperature of the ocean. So in years where the ocean waters are warm, their prey peak much earlier in the season, and so they're incapable of matching their breeding to match the early timing of the prey peaks. As the ocean warms, we expect these mismatches between the birds and their prey to become more common, and their breeding success will be reduced, and over time you would expect to see reductions in population.
In reality, there isn't usually one single answer. Many different variables combine to threaten birds. A phrase we heard regularly was death by 1,000 cuts. That said, many of these cuts are caused by one thing: climate change.
These are exactly the sorts of things that climate scientists are telling us they expect to occur as a result of climate change. So even if we don't attribute these individual effects directly to climate change, it may be giving us a glimpse of the future under climate change scenarios.
It was funny that Mark mentioned the future, seeing as the reason we'd begun our trip was to celebrate the past. Yet the more we thought about this, the more we realized that the treaty itself, and conservation in general, is also about protecting the future.